here, and we're playing Farming Simulator 17 on Sandy Bay on the RDAllen multiplayer server, and just myself on here at the moment. And we are working on harvesting some barley, or actually I should say really chopping some barley. Not technically really harvesting it, I guess, in a sense, but I believe they call this whole cropping as far as I know, where we're chopping the entirety of the barley, essentially, rather than just harvesting it for the grain. And we're running the John Deere chopper here with the cutting head here, and we're just towing the trailer behind us here at the moment, seeing as how we're the only one on. I could probably hire the chopper and then pull it with a tractor, the trailer with a tractor, that is, but a little more fun to do it this way at times. Actually, to run the chopper here, so... Oh, there we go, and we are full. Doesn't take too long to actually fill this up here. And we got a tractor waiting for us. And technically, when you do this, you can do it one stage before it's actually ripe. So when it's still green yet, and that is probably technically the stage, at least realistically speaking, you would actually want to do this at. You know, unfortunately, with the multiplayer server, it's a little bit faster speed. We usually have it set on 5x time speed. And while I did start the field when it was green, it is no longer green. I actually do have a little bit of a high-speed video of that. When I first started the field here, like I said, it was green, but it is no longer green now. It is actually a ripened stage. I don't know what ripened stage it's at, but probably the second one now, if I had to guess. Also still dealing with a little bit of a head cold here yet. So if I sound a little bit funny, that is a why. Also, this might not be quite a full episode here again either. We'll see once how it goes. Like I mentioned there, last episode been out the last couple days here with a not a very fun head cold. And we're just filling up the bunkers here on the main farm. I don't know who started filling them up, but that's just pretty much where I've been dumping the chaff here for the moment. Doesn't really do us a whole lot of good up here, other than we have a bunker up here, but... Looks like also I have to do some leveling work here pretty quick as well. And just a reminder again, if you would like to join us on the multiplayer servers, anyone is welcome to do so as long as you play nicely. Information for joining can be found in the description of this video below. And then make sure you join us on TeamSpeak as well. Again, information for TeamSpeak can be found in the description below as well. And, you know, something that's always kind of amazed me a little bit is the amount of people that actually don't seem to actually know what TeamSpeak is. Now, I understand for the younger viewers that might be watching, I can understand how you might not know what TeamSpeak is, but some of the older players, it's like, wow. TeamSpeak, I don't know, maybe it's not quite as popular as it used to be. I know there are other options out there available now. But TeamSpeak, at least in the past, used to be quite popular. And as far as I know, it still is somewhat popular anyway. Pretty much a voice text chat client. Very similar to Skype, except a lot lighter weight and much better for gaming. Oh, that was the wrong detach. There we go. Okay. And just to be clear, folks, it's not that I'm saying Skype is bad. I'm just saying Skype is not necessary for gaming. Typically, you want to use that when you're not gaming. And if you're gaming, again, TeamSpeak is a little bit more preferred because it's a lot lighter weight, whereas Skype tends to be a little more resource heavy. And like I said, there are other options available out there as well. But of course, we are using TeamSpeak here. So if you want to join us, make sure you join us on TeamSpeak. And like I said, other options, there's like Discord and stuff like that. Discord, Mumble. Can't say I've heard much about Mumble lately. I know Discord seems to be getting quite popular. A little bit cheaper solution than what TeamSpeak is. And I know somebody was asking here a while back, is TeamSpeak free? Yes. For those of you joining the TeamSpeak server, it is absolutely free. The difference is the TeamSpeak server itself is not free, so that is something I have to pay for. That is not something you have to pay for when you join. The TeamSpeak client is free. And I know somebody a while back there asked if we could actually do some of this, so we're finally getting around to doing it here. That's the reason for two multiplayer episodes in one at once here. Means how we had some of this actually going on the server. I figured I better record it here before it's finished. And one thing I noticed with the mowing head here, at least, it actually go 9 miles per hour, a little bit quicker. And this, of course, is the head that comes with this John Deere chopper, by the way. I don't know if this is actually a John Deere head or not. Not sure on that one. Anyway, we'll read some comments here in a moment. John was saying your April Fool's video was great. Wish it were true. One can never have enough green deers roaming around the farm. That is true. And by the way, for those of you that did watch the April Fool's video there, all those tractors and implements that I showed are available as mods. So it's not that you can't have them. They are mods. You just have to download them. And like I said, I think I mentioned this last episode as well. Just look in the mod list. You should be able to find most of them. John was saying, Sandy Bay is a wonderful map, but I like the big field maps. American Outback would be a good map. Same here as well. I kind of prefer the larger, more open maps. Hobbs Farm, for example. Fields on that map maybe a little bit big, at least for a single player anyway, but still definitely more my style there with the larger fields and more open feeling map. Adam was asking, is TeamSpeak free? Please let me know. Like I say, I might not be doing a great job of explaining this, but yes, the TeamSpeak client, which is what you folks need to download, by the way, for those of you wondering, I have been asked that a few times before. What do I need to download the TeamSpeak? To download TeamSpeak, you need to download the TeamSpeak client. And, of course, whatever, if you're Mac, PC, you can get it on mobile devices as well. You need the TeamSpeak client. And then information for joining the TeamSpeak server can be found in the description of this video below. Definitely a rolling stop, that's for sure. For those of you wondering, I did not stop there. I do have the drive controls auto stop enabled here at the moment. Jared was saying maybe it's time for some logging again. I was actually thinking that myself as well. Maybe it's time to do another logging map here on the multiplayer server. Tractor's probably actually a little too small for this particular forage wagon here, actually. And yeah, it's too bad there's not a back entrance to the farm here, because we're essentially basically straight across the road from the bunkers there. Just we have to go all the way around the long way here to actually get to those bunkers. There is a secret path out the farm right here, but I don't think that would actually be any better than coming the way we're going right now. And maybe we'll take a minute here and level this bunker out here as well. Like I said, looks like it needs a little TLC. And of course for that we got the John Deere 8530 here, with a silage blade on the front of it. Actually works quite well here for leveling silage. Now we have this tractor here on the Hobbs farm. We're not really using it for chaff work, just because it doesn't. I don't think this would work with coarse play to my knowledge. See if we can get this built up a little bit steeper slope here if we can. And it's mouse controls on this particular tractor and silage blade, by the way, for those you're wondering. So up and down. I'm assuming it works with the standard loader controls as well. So anything you have set for a standard loader control would work, I'm assuming. Haven't actually tried that. Actually, I guess we can. What is it? J and N. Oh, yes, it is on the standard loader controls. So good to know there. Okay, there we go. Not perfect, but that'll probably be about good enough here, I think. Maybe a little more right here. Probably needs a lot more compaction yet, so I'll just check that here a moment before we head back to chopping. How much do we actually have in here as well? Looking at, oh, actually over 2 million already. Wow, 74% compacted. Yeah, we'll have to do some driving around on the top of that yet. I wonder if I can pick up this little bit that's outside the bunker here. Seeing how I do have a forage wagon with a pickup on it. Ooh, I can. Okay. Mess cleaned up. That actually worked out pretty good. Okay, there we go. Back to the field here. And like I was saying, technically you could probably hire the chopper here. Actually, I haven't checked. Can you hire? Yes, you can hire a worker with this header. I like to say, was it back in Farming Simulator 15? I don't think you could hire a worker with this style header, if I recall correctly. Could, of course, use course play, but hired workers, I don't think could use this type of header, if I remember correctly. Night Wolf was saying Wood Meadows Farm is an excellent map. Mysterious was saying Kleinhau map is a very big map. Lots and lots of forestry. Might have to check that map out. Now, obviously, the thing with forestry maps, while they are fun, it seems like people get tired of them very quickly. So, you know, more than a week or two of a forestry map, and that's pretty much it. Samuel was saying there's another map called Loose Hills, as it has multi-fruit. Samuel also said American Outback is a nice map. Rewind was saying great video. TSS was saying good video as well. Nice Gaming was asking, how do you work mods on Farming Simulator 17? Not exactly sure what you mean by how do you work mods. Like, how do you install mods, or how do mods work? I guess the best suggestion I give you there is I do have a video on how to install mods. Just check out my channel page there under the how-to section for videos. I think it's actually the very first one, if I remember correctly. Zenny was saying the funny thing I seem to notice is most American Farming Simulator 17 players is that we want John Deere DLC. But even if we did get it, it would probably be all European-style tractors and equipment. And there'd probably only be like 1 or 2 tractors in it if we're lucky. For that reason, I think we'll just stick with the mods. That is true. For those of you who want to see a John Deere DLC, other than maybe getting a little bit better quality, possibly. And I say that possibly, depending on, the mod author. We do have quite a few modded John Deeres available, so having or needing a John Deere DLC doesn't really seem to be much of a need, if you ask me. There's definitely plenty of John Deere equipment to go around. Kind of like I said, the quality of maybe some of the John Deere equipment that's around can be called into question at times, but there's definitely plenty of John Deere mods available. Harry was asking, how do you avoid crop destruction when driving the tractor and overloaders over fields? Well, I don't use the crop destruction mod. That is the reason. So if you don't want to have your crops destroyed, don't use that module. And there again, that's another probably prime example of why I do not use that particular mod. For example, overloaders, course play, all of those types of things. Well, I agree, yes, if a tractor or combine or anything like that drives over the crop, yes, it will destroy it. Doing so and avoiding that with a course play at times can be a little bit of work. And of course, if you're not careful with course play can wreck a field in a big hurry. And there we go, another load of chaff to the farm here. The cricket was saying, nice video. Guy was asking, how do you run with the keyboard? To run, you need to push shift. And if you want to crouch, it is the control key. And for those of you wondering how we're going to transport the silage from here down to the biogas plant, it's the orange device right there. We typically call it a snowblower, even though that's not what it is. I know, just for some reason it looks like a snowblower. I don't know if I can actually zoom. Yeah, I can zoom out far enough to see it here. Like I said, we call it a snowblower, even though it's more of a silage chopper. And at least that particular one, by the way, actually works on most crop types. So if you do unload anywhere, say you create a pile at the edge of a field or something, you can use it for grass, wheat, barley, corn, crops, pretty much anything and everything as far as I know that thing will pick up. Again, another one of those little great devices if you make a mess in the field somewhere or have something, you know, accidentally unload where you don't want it to. You can definitely use that to pick it back up relatively easily. And of course, for those who have not seen it, the newest DLC that is actually coming out is the Big Bud DLC. They have released on the Farming Simulator website now what equipment will be included in that DLC. So, like I said, you're getting 2 tractors. Of course, you're getting the Big Bud 747. I don't remember if the website said how much horsepower they're putting on that tractor. Interesting to see once. If you look online, you'll actually see several different numbers of horsepower for the Big Bud 747. And again, somebody can correct me if I'm wrong on this, but as far as I know, there is only one Big Bud 747. And I think the reason, to my understanding from what I've read, the difference in the horsepower numbers is because it's been upgraded a few times. I don't remember the original horsepower. I'd like to say maybe it was like 700 or something like that. And then they bumped it up to, I think it's 900 horsepower. And then as far as I know, I think they bumped it up again to like 1,000 something horsepower. So it's like a little over 1,000 horsepower if I remember correctly. And like I said, somebody can correct me if I'm wrong on the information for that. But it's been changed a few times. And like I said, as far as I know, there's only one Big Bud 747. There are, however, several other smaller Big Buds. There's a lot of different sizes of Big Buds, actually. And, of course, a lot of implements as well with that Big Bud DLC. Well, I shouldn't say a lot, but a couple planters, cultivators. And there was actually, I guess, a plow as well. The moldboard plow. But anyway, folks, with that, I think we'll probably wrap up the video here. Again, like I said, head cold. Don't want to go too long here. And just a reminder again, if you would like to join us on the multiplayer servers, information is in the description below. You just need to download the mods needed to join the server. And again, if you use the download all link, make sure you extract that file, as it will download all the mods into one zip file. And of course, if you already have the mod, if you want to join us on the server, you will need to overwrite the mod you currently have with the one that is on the server. That seems to be another common point for confusion there. You do need to have the exact same version, exact same name, everything that is on the server. So if you put the mod into your mod folder and it automatically like puts a 1 behind it or something, you need to make sure you delete out your existing one and make sure it does not have the 1 behind it. Very important there. And of course, like I said before, if you are having trouble joining us, you can join us on TeamSpeak as well. We'll try to help if we can. We've definitely ran into some interesting problems over the years here for the Farming Simulator multiplayer server. You know, lots of problems like that's not supposed to happen and it's not supposed to work that way, but it does for some reason. So, but anyway, like I said, folks, we'll wrap up the video here. Folks, have any comments or questions, be sure to leave them below. And as always, thanks for watching, and until next time.